The girl told Mark that the rain in Quagmire was not a whim of nature, but the collective sorrow of the inhabitants. The more they hid and grieved, the harder it poured from the heavens. To stop the flow, someone had to find the courage to break their umbrella and face the sky with an open heart. Mark returned to his workshop. Before him lay hundreds of expensive, intricately carved umbrellas. He realized that his work was not a rescue, but a reinforcement of their eternal imprisonment. He took the largest umbrella he had ever made, and instead of repairing it, he began to reweave its ribs so that they caught not water, but sound. The next morning, Mark stepped into the main square. In his hands, he held a strange contraption resembling a giant flower made of steel and silk. When he opened it, instead of the usual patter of droplets, there was absolute silence. The sound of the rain vanished within a 10-meter radius. People began to emerge from their homes, mesmerized by this stillness. Mark raised his anti-umbrella high above his head and slammed it shut with force. At that moment, he was soaked to the bone, but he did not dissolve. Others followed his lead. One by one, the citizens of Quagmire began to close their umbrellas. The clatter of the closing mechanisms sounded like applause. The sky above the city trembled. The clouds, no longer meeting resistance or fear, began to melt away. First came a gray haze, then a pearly light, and finally the first golden ray in 300 years pierced the air. The rain stopped. Mark stood in the middle of a puddle, watching as his own shadow began to grow, slowly and steadily, on the wet pavement behind him.